That's why I stepped away. And I thought, okay, well, it's going to wipe me out. I'm going to just, I'm just going to fuck off. I'm going to fuck off and spend time with friends and family and not have to worry about it too much. But then, like I said, God was like, hey, Jim, hey, Jim, think fast, champ. I know you like the cancer. How about some heart attacks, buddy? How about multiple fucking heart attacks? Jimmy boy. Jimmy boy. Jimmy Bojangles. Hat salesman of the internet. How about some massive fucking heart attacks? Oh, those were fun. Multiple fucking heart attacks. Can I tell you how fun those are, by the way? Not a lot of people experience them. I really love sitting in a ER room when they come in to tell you, hey, you're having a heart attack, and then literally listen to the doctors go into the corner and talk, whispering to each other, which is not ever a whisper, and saying terms like widowmaker. Always really just really bumps you up, really makes you have a super fun, happy time. Poor little Jimmy's heart. I made this for Marsh because he was, again, pissing blood for no reason. Faking cancer was so fun, I decided to fake a heart attack too. 4 out of 5 infarctions, pretty good. I had a lot of fun at the cath lab getting those stents placed in. Now you might be wondering, what does little Jimmy's heart look like? I've got a fancy picture for you, chat. Let me share that with you. That would be that would be the spider web of my heart. And what looks like that little wrench there, I guess that's a stent, or one of the surgeons has a really funny sense of humor and left shit in there. I don't know. I can't tell. All I know is I got the BBC version of a stent. It's like a 48 millimeter Synergy. It's a big boy. There's another one you can't really see down in the left lower corner in the RCA. So I got double stented. That was fun. That was 2 weeks of super fun times at the multiple hospitals, multiple stent procedures and angiograms. But again, because God's got a very funny sense of humor. He's like, hey guy with the cancer and the heart attacks. Think fast, asshole. Let's break your back too. Let's crack your back. Pretend I'm Bane and you're Batman, and I'm just gonna knee the shit out of you. Oh, that's fun. Now the tragedy of this isn't that my body is deteriorating at an exponentially fast speed as I sail my way into oblivion. No, the humor of this is that I'm gonna die a manlet. Listen to that impression. New L3 superior end plate compression fraction with 15 to 25% loss of vertebral body height. God didn't think it was funny enough to smite me. He's going to make me a midget before he does. This is payback. This is payback for all the short jokes I've made. The unending fucking short jokes that I've made. And all the poor little manlets out there. So God has literally broken my back. And now little Jimmy is going to need a mechanized suit to take a shit. Little Jimmy's going to have to put railings up everywhere. That's part of life, though. What can you do? Unexpected things happen. You plan out the best you can, and I did. I planned out, I thought, exceptionally well. Little Jimmy's going to the pine box in the dirt. Got my affairs in order, had everything set up, everything was smooth sailing, just going to watch my little anime, play my little video games, and just fade away as I shitpost on social media occasionally, enjoy myself a little bit, and then here's some multiple heart attacks and a broken back. There's other shit with fractured ribs. It's been a lot of fun, let me tell you. I can highly rate the differences now between narcotics, at the very least, because they've been loading me up with goofballs like you wouldn't believe. Oh, I am fucked up. So I guess that's the trade-off. We're going to explode your heart and shatter your back, but here's some really fun drugs to enjoy. Oh, you got to love it. You have to love it, folks. Where can we go from here? I don't think there's a body part or symptom at this point that hasn't been literally anally fucked into the dirt for me. That's cancer, autoimmunes, IgG deficiency, loss of hearing, eyesight, fractured ribs, I got fucking kidney stones, broken back, heart attacks, and yet I'm still here. I'm still here. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's my affable personality or lovely sense of humor. It does put some things into perspective. Now, I was going to actually jump from this point right into talking about Ethan Ralph's edgy poetry, but Knitter won't load for me. We will play it later. But it did put some things into perspective. It'll make more sense when I play the clip, but it's funny to me that Ralph is all, I don't know, in a very depressed mood right now, writing really edgy Tumblr poetry about insignificant shit. And I am literally dodging thunderbolts from the heavens, Ralph. Maybe turn that frown upside down. Now, there's been a lot of things that have happened since Jimmy was on last time. We had a lot of fun things happen almost immediately after the last stream. I'll catch up. We'll do a little catch up. A little bit of a sector recap chat on what's been going on. What's been happening in the sector, as they like to call it. Well, firstly, there were the hacks. Now, time to come clean with you, chat. Time to be real with you about things. All those good friends that I told you I had on Twitter, those were actually my accounts. And I got banned. I got shit kicked off of Twitter. So I had to go looking for other social media. Where am I going to post? Well, I went over to the Fediverse. And I joined up with two different instances. One was Chudbuds and one was Post. Now, immediately, Chudbuds started getting fucked with. Now, Chudbuds was just a kind of a Twitter clone run by somebody named Claire, who's disappeared from the internet not because they were hacked, but because they're horribly embarrassed by the fact that they got hacked through a Minecraft mod. How does that happen? How do you get compromised by a Minecraft mod? I don't know. But the instance got hacked. And you know what they found? As they dug through all the private messages, this was the treasure trove of the master hacking that went on at Chudbuds. Jack shit. You know, it's funny to me. I think people were expecting that they were going to see many gay ops in my DMs, in my private messages. And instead, all they ended up finding was me talking to people, saying, hey, how are you doing? Or just not responding to anyone. Or talking about inane bullshit about video games or anime. Shocking. Now, everybody else apparently was part of super secretive groups running ops against one another. Ops upon ops upon ops. But your boy Jimmy Bojangles not doing that shit. His hands are clean. Of course, Chudbuds wasn't the only one that suffered a hack. Post got hit as well. Same thing happened. DMs get released, and what do you see? Nothing. The only thing that was found in my private messages, after all these hacking attempts to find something of interest, was me laughing about the thought of Nick Fuentes getting ass fucked by Ronald McDonald. Devastating. Truly fucking devastating, chat. Now, Chudbuds is gone. The Fediverse instance doesn't exist anymore. Post is still alive and kicking, and that's where I shitpost primarily. I mean, I can't even look at Twitter anymore. I don't know what Elon's doing. Got to give the guy a hand job and about $50 just to be able to shitpost a little over there. Then having to use Knitter, which is like some weird Black Ops approach to reading Twitter posts. It's some fucking convoluted way of getting around Elon's desperation to make you pay $48 so you can not get, what do they call it when they fuck you out of reading? Over on Twitter, I don't even know what his term is for it. I don't know what Elon Musk is doing over there, aside from making it unusable. It was supposed to be a shitposter's haven. Oh, we're going to get rid of political persecution. Going to get rid of censorship and all of that. And now you've got the ADL calling the shots. There was a post about that today from, Greenblatt. You got other people talking about putting a new trust and safety commission in place. You've got to pay money. You're getting rate limited anytime you try to read something. Is this like some tax write-off scam? Did he take like advice from Bankman? You know, our boy, our crypto king, who won't see a day in jail. Did he take advice from him on how to fuck a company into the dirt? I don't know. There's got to be more to it. I don't know what Elon's doing exactly. Have you been enjoying it? Have you been enjoying not being able to use Twitter at all, ever? Because apparently nobody. You got to pay money. Fuck that. I'm not going to get verified. I'm not paying money to use Twitter. I'll use Knitter as long as they can keep it going. I don't know how he keeps it going. I don't know what he's doing exactly or who runs it, but it's pretty good. It works pretty well, but not at the moment because I can't play for you Ralph's slam poetry. It's fucking sad, I know. So here I am, 8 months later, coming to recount some of the fun things we've missed to talk about the sector, sell a few hats, buy my tarred rails so I can take a dump as I crawl around my house, waiting for the next plague to fucking hit me. I feel like I'm a personal Egypt for God right now. Maybe he's going to send frogs next. I don't know. Plague of darkness. I have to stop by the butcher shop and get some fucking lamb's blood to avoid the next thing. I don't know. I'm not sure what to do. Got to keep a positive attitude. I've tried to keep a positive attitude about it. You know, as I've gotten into new hobbies, I've been enjoying audiobooks. And a lot of the, most of it's apocalyptic shit or creepypastas that are like 5 hours long. Let me tell you, they loved me. They loved me on the recovery ward at the cath lab. Oh, they love that. There's nothing more fun than listening at full volume to some horrifically apocalyptic shit when somebody's in the next room with their grandmother. Do you hear the machine beeping? Some old lady just barely escaped death. Her family's huddled around her. Oh, it's okay, Grandma. It's okay. You made it. We love you. Everything's going to be all right. And then muffled through the fucking wall, you could hear some try-hard fucking narrator on an audiobook from YouTube saying shit like, and the demons ass-fucked all the victims in blood. And you hear that machine start beeping faster. Grandma's like, what the fuck was that? I was talking about demons. Oh, God, Timmy, my heart hurts. I was talking about all the blood and sacrifice, painful anal sex. And we got the family members screaming, who's playing that shit? Oh, yeah, they loved me. Sir, could you please not play that on the fucking heart attack ward? You're scaring the goddamn patients. Actually, it was beneficial in one regard, because I could figure out what the best stories to listen to were when I heard the flatline. If I heard a flatline, that was the sign that I'd found the perfect creepypasta. Oh, this must be scary. Killed that motherfucker. That guy's a goner. That guy's a goner. I know I'm bouncing around a little bit here, metaphorically, because I physically can't do it anymore. I've turned into Tonka. I'll be in a little wheelie chair soon. But I enjoyed my time. It was a nice time in the hospital. I suppose the staff were all very nice. I have to complain a little bit about the facilities. For some reason, they don't like giving you showers. So you're stuck in this little room with a toilet, but not like a completed bathroom. I felt like one of those people that was doing like an RV stream. You know those RV good life people on YouTube where they put $5,000 into their fucking kitchen, but then they have a bucket to shit in? That's kind of what it felt like. Like maybe they didn't complete the fucking design. And I don't know if you know this. Maybe a lot of you wouldn't be, experienced in this. But when somebody gets really sick and they're in the hospital, they stink. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. There's a smell. There's a terrible smell associated with it. And you keep a motherfucker in a room for like a week without a shower, and they get that smell going, and it's awful. And they give you these little body wipes. And I mean, they're tiny. And these things, they're like the kind they give you at a rib joint. You know, the type that you use to like wash your face and your fingers, but it really doesn't do the job very well. It just makes you smell a little chemically and you're a bit sticky afterwards. And that's what they expect you. So I want you to imagine me fucked up in every possibly conceivable manner with tubes just jetting off of my body, looking like some weird cyberpunk amalgamation, some futuristic shit, with these little dainty fucking handy wipes trying to get clean. And it's just not working. I think they hated me there. Aside from playing all those creepypastas and scaring all the old people to death, I was the guy shouting out the room, "Nurse! Bring me more nappy wipes. My balls still smell. I can't, the smell won't go away. Bring me more nappy wipes, nurse." I need at least 40 of them. Nurse my testicles. I need 40 nappy wipes, or somebody's going to vomit. The smell is getting to be too much. I can't bathe in this toilet. It's too small. Oh, what an enjoyable couple of weeks. Enjoyable. Fun times. Fun times. But as I said, I'll do a bit of a sector recap for you. I see the super chats. I will try to read some of them. Again, because my voice apparently still works. It's amazing. I'll read a few of those for you. We'll talk about some of the big events that have happened over the last 8 months, because I have been watching it. I know you might think it's infeasible that I can do this, but I can. I can. So, oh my God, we've talked about the hacks that happened that really resulted in nothing other than Chud Buds getting shut down. Post is still around. But really, what was the big beats of the year? Outside of, mainstream news, but the sector news. Well, I'm sure you've all noticed. Of course you haven't, because nobody pays attention. Who gives a shit about America First anymore? America First? Nick Fuentes and Ralph have had a big breakup. Oh, it's so sad, tragic. Cozy numbers are plummeting. Nick is running around. Now, I think the last place we left off with Nicholas Fuentes. Let me see if I've got a picture. Can I put a picture of him up? There we go. Heartbreaking, chat. Now, I'm sure you remember this. This was one of the top relationships of 2022. Two beautiful gay men in their interracial relationship. It's the modern age. Nobody should feel ashamed. They were meant for each other. Nick was going to be his campaign manager and help Yeezy, going to help Ye become president of these United States of America. Flew out to California is a big deal. Real big leg up for Nicholas. And he needs a leg up because the motherfucker's short. Don't worry, Nick. You'll probably be taller than me by the end of this. It's more of my spinal cord disintegrates, but I'm still taller than your little midget ass right now, so I'm going to keep those short jokes coming. But there he was with Yeezy. Took an insane black man off his medication and then made him do puppet shows for Alex Jones. Really great for a presidential campaign. I'm sure a genius strategy. Well, it turns out, through all the leaked information that's come out, that Nick basically was hanging out in an Airbnb for like 4 months doing nothing because Kanye fired his ass after making him look like a fucking buffoon in front of the entire world. Who would have thought? Even if he is off his meds and a bit, insane, he probably doesn't like being made fun of by literally everyone and probably thought Nick was primarily responsible for all of that. Now, the wild part of this story is Nick and everybody else treats it like, oh, well, Kanye's a joke now. We don't care about Kanye. You remember Beardson Beardley, the little leprechaun gnome of Cozy and America First? That dude dedicated himself to buying Kanye West gear, shirts and shoes and pants and chains and CDs and everything. It's like a little fangirl. Doesn't do that anymore. Kanye kicked his ass to the curb. Of course, that was the start, not the end for all the bad news for poor little Nick, because Nick had to deal, and I kid you not, with the most terrifying thing you could probably imagine. A time-traveling pedophile. Allegedly. I should say allegedly, because I don't want Ali Alexander digging my corpse up to sue it at some point in the future. Now, allegedly. This is so fucked up. The Kanye thing implodes. America First has to deal with the fallout. Nick isn't looking too good. It's not looking so great for him. Their numbers are diminishing. He's getting made fun of. So what happens? All this information gets leaked by Milo Yiannopoulos. Now Milo, who's been in this game forever, somehow snaked them. So Milo gets this dude becomes a part of the Kanye West presidential campaign, makes like $40,000 through billings, gets a bunch of shoulder rubbing, meets a bunch of people. It's looking great for him. And then he bails, right? He dips out before all the negative press just berates and hits Nick. And then once it's done, he pops back in. But Milo, wanting to enjoy, the corpse of America First mounted on his wall, decides that he's going to start a campaign against Ali Alexander, one of Nick's close